Hello everyone, this is going to be a Summoner up to level 30 guide. This is Shadowbringers 5.2. Disclaimer warning, certain spells, abilities, and or actions will be limited due to progress. Links for Glamour can be found in the description box below. For Summoner Series Glamour, we're going to have Ward of the Goddess for the main hands, number 2 Type B Goggles for the head, Southern Seas Swimsuit for the body, Punching Gloves for the hands, Expeditioner's Pantalettes for the legs, and the number 2 Type B Boots. This is a Shadowbringers Summoner Skill Spotlight. Summoner spells abilities will be shown first, followed by summon afterwards to reduce confusion. At level 1 we get Ruin, deals magic damage with a potency of 180. It is a spell with a cast time and a recast timer. In the early levels we're going to spam this once you are stationary. In other words, you do not move. At level 2 we get Bio, deals magic damage over time, potency of 20, duration of 30 seconds. It is instant cast with a spell recast global cooldown. This is an instant cast. If the enemies are still on the go, if they're still moving, you're going to spam this on every target you see possible. Once the targets have stopped moving and yourself have stopped moving, go ahead and spam Ruin. At level 4 we get Physick, restores target's HP, cure potency of 400. It has a cast time. In the lower levels, you playing as a quote-unquote summoner, make sure you keep this to a minimum. You can toss this to help the actual healer in forms of healing a little bit. Your healing per se is not too far from a healer's potency at this level, but the higher and higher you get, the lower and lower the potency heal. So naturally you want to focus DPS. At level 6 we get Miasma, deals magic damage with a potency of 20. That is 20 initial damage. Additional effect, does magic damage over time, so it puts a dot on the target, similar to Bio, with a potency of 20, duration of 30 seconds. Now, not similar to Bio, this has a cast time and the recast time. It is similar to Ruin in that aspect. At level 12 we get Resurrection, resurrects target to a weakened state. We get this from Arcanist. We do not use this, especially if you're less than level 18, you don't have Swift Cast, completely ignore this unless the healer dies. Then of course you're going to hard cast. By hard cast I mean you press the button, you don't use swift cast along with it, you have the long cast bar animation. You're basically just standing there for roughly 8 seconds. But yes, resurrect, I don't think I'll get an example for any kind of reason. Just make sure you do not use your swift cast. Swift cast is essentially saved for resurrection as a summoner. Don't use swift cast for any other reason. At level 18 we get energy drain, deals magic damage with a potency of 100. Additional effect, you gain 2 stacks of aether flow. It is instant cast with a 30-second off global. At level 18 we get fester, deals magic damage with a potency of 100. Additional effect, if target is suffering from Bio or Miasma effect inflicted by you, fester potency increased to 200 for one effect or 300 for both. Effect only applies when the original spells were casted by you. Aether flow gauge cost of 1. It is instant cast with a 5-second recast. At level 26 we get Corruption Mastery, upgrades your Bio to Bio 2. Bio 2 itself deals magic damage over time, a potency of 30, duration of 30 seconds. It is instant cast with a spell global cooldown. It is the same as your Bio, it's just the higher potency and the fancier animation. At level 30 we get Bane, spreads a target's Bio and Miasma effects to nearby enemies. It is instant cast with a 10-second off global. Potency is reduced by 60% for all remaining enemies. The original has 100% potency. Once you press Bane on that target with the Bio and Miasma effect, all the other enemies around it will get the same effects but with 60% of the potency. That's what it means. Duration, full duration of the original effect. So whatever the original effect was at, Bio Miasma was at 20 seconds, the rest of them will get it at 20 seconds. No effective target is not suffering from Bio or Miasma effects inflicted by you. Just make sure that if you have another summoner, another scholar, another arcanist in the group, another scholar, just make sure that the Bio and Miasma effects are from you, because if they're not, when you press that Bane, it'll do absolutely nothing. Let's start off with the Summon 1 or Garuda-Egi. The target potency for this will be 2 or more targets early on, and then later on in the later phases of level, it will be 3 or more targets. For now, we're going to start off with a Wind Blade, which will do a wind damage with a potency of 30 to target and all enemies nearby it. At level 15, you get the Summon 2, which is the Titan-Egi. He will do his auto attack, which is called a Rock Buster, deals earth damage with a potency of 60. The ideal target for this is going to be 1 to 2 targets in the early levels, and then much later on you're going to avoid using this unless the tank dies for whatever reason. And finally, level 30, we get the Summon 3, the Ifrit-Egi. As soon as you summon him and you enter combat, he's going to do the Burning Strike. That is his auto attack. It deals fire damage with a potency of 80. The number of target potency towards priority will be 1 to 2 targets, more specifically in boss engages. At level 10, we get the Aerial Slash for your Garuda-Egi. Deals wind damage with a potency of 150 to target and all enemies nearby. It's similar to the auto attack range. It is instant cast with a spell global cooldown. Under level 15, but it is unlocked under level 10, we get the Earthen Armor for your Titan-Egi. Creates a barrier around you that absorbs damage totaling 30% of your maximum HP. Duration of 30 seconds. It only works on you. It does not work on any other party member. It does not work on the Chocobo either, just yourself. It is instant cast with a spell global cooldown. And at level 30, once you summon your Summon 3, your Ifrits, you're going to get the Crimson Cyclone, which it is unlocked at level 10. It deals fire damage with a potency of 250. It is single target heavy with a spell global cooldown. So this is going to be quite of a long haul because I want to explain all the mechanics when it comes to rotation. Not just doing the rotation properly, but more so when to use something over another. So a priority list. Now in the lower levels, you want to say somewhere between right before you get to the first dungeon or just around there. So roughly once you get your Fester. In other words, you don't have Summon 3, you don't have Ifrit. What you want to be doing is you want to do your Summon 1. So let's get our Summon 1 out. This guy's going to hit 3 targets, or at least the recommended use is 3 targets or more. But in the lower levels, you can use it up against 1 to even 2 targets if you have your Assault 1, your Aerial Slash, I believe it's called. By using the Aerial Slash, you're going to do 150 potency to every target in the blast area, in the little circle. Now, once that Aerial Slash is expired, both of those, you're going to summon in your Summon 2, your Titan-Egi. Why do you want this guy out? Well, once you've run out of targets, or if you're just up against a single target, this guy's going to do more potency per auto attack, 60 potency instead of the Garuda-Egi. You no longer have assault, so you can go ahead and use Physick to heal up. If it's up against a Fate boss, you may want to actually skip the Aerial Slash from Garuda-Egi, your Summon 1, and just use your Earthen Armor from Titan, because he will the shield is amazing. It's atrocious in the lower levels. It's disgusting in the higher levels as well. It will keep you alive. Combine that with your Chocobo, Physick, maybe a potion or two. You should be fine in the lower segments. Now we're moving on to the later areas of the level. So the priority in the DPS area is to put dots on target. You want to put dots on target. If you're up against 2 or more, you're going to use Bane. But if you don't have 2 or more targets, just go ahead and use dots into energy drain into a Fester. So dots, energy drain, Fester, or whichever way you want to use them, as long as you use Fester at the end of the rope. So you want to use energy drain, get yourself the Aether Flow, Fester up, and then go ahead and use your Egi Assault as you see fit, just like I mentioned before in the beginning of this segment. Now the key priority is to burn your Festers. Of course, if the target's about to die, completely ignore it, otherwise you're going to waste DPS. It's going to do very little. The target's going to die quickly. You want to use the Ruin while you wait for the Fester to become available again. Remember, you have 2 Aether Flow charges. Once you've used that second Fester, just keep spamming Ruin till the target is dead, and that's pretty much the a single target rotation when it comes to the lower levels. Now, once you get to level 30 and you get your Ifrit, then things become much easier because now you have the option of using Ifrit's the Cyclone, the Assault 1. You can use Cyclone to do massive damage, putting yourself on global cooldown just like you would use bio, and then you can just toss more off globals while you do those. So the Egi assaults are kind of a replacement for bio when it comes to putting yourself on the global cooldown, so you can cast up to 2 off globals. If you don't have 2 off globals and you just have 1 off global, just go ahead and use it instead of putting yourself on the global cooldown. The single target rotation at level 30 is so easy and smooth, you really don't have to worry too much about it. Just make sure you burn your Egi assault and you'll be fine with the rest of the way. Now, the AoE is a lot easier when you get to level 30 because the only thing you have to do is do your summon 1, put dots, immediate Bane into the energy drain, and then spam your ruin 1. You want to toss that Fester, right? Toss the first Fester, wait a little bit of time by spamming Ruin 1, and then you're going to toss the second Fester. So that's from the summoner. From the pet, you're going to use the Assault 1 to basically put it on cooldown. Once using the Assault 1, your Summon 1, your Garuda-Egi will hit everything in that circle, which will do 150 potency. But that's at the later phases. Once you're down to 2 targets, you're going to ignore Titan straight into Ifrit, because Ifrit will do more damage per auto attack once you're down to 2 targets. Hello everyone, this is going to be a Summoner up to level 30 guide. This is a dungeon example, and of course it's going to be Hawk Manor. Again, it's the only dungeon I can illustrate. If you guys have already seen several images, it is of other locations, kind of showing you guys the step-by-step as you gradually go up in level. Summon 1 or Garuda is your default for AoE. Okay, let's see if he goes any further. Yes, he does. Just burn your Egi assaults till you're down to 2 targets, and then we're going to swap to summon 3. Okay, we're going to look for dots. We need to go back to the other room because we can't continue without the key. Reapply dot. Energy drain. Again, if you get confused along this video, the video is pretty much over. You guys should know what I'm doing at this point. And if not, then I did a very poor job of explaining. It's just a single target left, so I should be in summon 3, but these guys die so quickly. Okay, do that Fester. Do the Egi assault. Back it up. Reapply dots. Back it up. Reapply dots again. And Fester. Egi assault. And this is the final stretch, so this will be a trial example of up against a single target. Most of the time, this will just be using the Ifrits, but we are level 20, capped at level 20, so we'll be using the Titan instead. I'm going to stop it here. The commentary is pretty much over. I will let you guys enjoy the cinematics, and as always, have a good one. We'll see you next time. Hello world, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe here. You can also donate if interested in supporting the channel. More content to watch on the right side. If interested in joining in the Tempest Talons, info in the top left. And as always, good luck to you, and we'll see you next time.